Good day, good day, good day. Okay, this is Melba Farrell with Truth Talks. And today we're talking about the Yoruba Speaking Peoples of the Slave Coast of West Africa. A book written by A.B. Ellis in 1894. And so we will read from this book the chapter where the stanzas on Obatala, that's the West African deity that we today call the owner of the white cloth, and the one who is set as being the deity that fashions our being, our consciousness. So we're going to read what A.B. Ellis writes about Obatala. Obatala is the chief god of the Yorubas. The name means Lord of the White Cloth, Obatala, and is explained by the fact that white is the color sacred to Obatala, whose temples, images, and paraphernalia are always painted white, and whose followers wear white clothes. Another derivation is Obatala, Lord of Visions, and this gains some probability from the fact that Obatala has the epithets of Orisha Ojinya, the Orisha who enters man, and Alabaleshe, Alabani Ashe, he who predicts the future, because he inspires the oracles and priests and unveils futurity by means of visions. Lord of the white cloth, however, is translation most commonly adopted and appears to be the correct one. The god is always represented as wearing a white cloth. Obatalas say the priest was made by Olorun, who then handed over to him the management of the firmament and the world, and himself retired to rest. Obatala is thus also a sky god, but is a more anthropomorphic conception than Olorun, and performs functions which are not in the least connected with the firmament. According to a myth, which is, however, contradicted by another, Obatala made the first man and woman out of clay, on which accounts he has the title of Alamorere, owner of the best clay. And because he needed the clay himself, he is called Orisha Po, the Orisha who needs clay. Po, to knead or temper clay, and that's KPO. Through this point is disputed by some natives. All are agreed that Obatala forms the child in the mother's womb, and women who desire to become mothers address their prayers to him, while albinoism and congenital deformities are regarded as his handiwork, done either to punish some neglect towards him on the part of the parents or to remind his worshippers of his power. Obatala is also styled protector of the town gates, and in this capacity is represented as mounted on a horse and armed with a spear. Interesting. That is how they depict the Orisha Obatala today, that they call is the youngest part of Orisha called Ajaguna. So the writer A.B. Ellis says, on the panels of the temple doors, rude carvings are frequently seen of a horseman with a spear, surmounted by a leopard, tortoise, fish, and serpent, Another epithet of Obatala is Obatala Bingbiniki, the enormous Obatala. Bingbiniki is spelled Gbingbiniki. His special offerings are edible snails. Ashe. Amongst the Ewe speaking people of Porto Novo, Obatala determines the guilt or innocence of accused persons by means of an oracle termed Onche or Onishe, messenger ambassador. It consists of a hollow cylinder wood about 3.5 feet in length and 2 feet in diameter, one end of which is covered with draperies and the other closed with shells of the edible snails. This cylinder is placed on the head of the accused, who kneels on the ground, holding it firmly on his head with a hand at each side. The god, being then invoked by the priest, caused the cylinder to rock back and forth and forwards, backwards and forwards, and finally to fall to the ground. If it should fall forward, the accused is innocent. If backward, guilty. The priests say that Obatala, or a subordinate spirit, whom he disputes the duty, strikes the accused so as to make the cylinder fall in the required direction. But skeptics and native Christians say that the child is concealed in the cylinder and overbalances it in front or behind according to instructions given beforehand by the priest. Interesting. They add that when a child has served for a year or two and grown too big for the cylinder, he is put to death. In order that the secret may be preserved, and is succeeded by another, whom in his turn undergoes the same fate, but all this is mere conjecture, says the writer. So here we have it, the writer's small take on Obatala, the owner of the white cloth. I hope you enjoyed it. Please listen out for more readings by Melba Farrell with True Talks. And next we'll be talking about Oduduwa. So until next time, Odabo.